Swimming results between the Sauk Centre Main Streeters and the Morris Minnewaska Gators. Sauk Centre wins tonight with a final score of 112 to 74. Good meet for the Main Streeters tonight. Started off with some very good races. The medley relay, actually, Morris Minnewaska won that relay. They won it by a hundredth of a second. It doesn't literally get any closer than that. The group was pretty good. We mixed it up a little bit. Olivia Marsh swam backstroke for us. That's nothing new. But Liv Jennison swam on the A relay for us tonight. She was filling in for an injured Brooke Bromanshenkel and did a great job there. Addie Bick came in and swam butterfly for us, and Piper was swimming freestyle. So very good swims for the girls, but it was just a great race all around and just came up a tenth of a second short. We also finished in third place with the team of Carmen Loxerkamp, Violet Anderson, Aubrey Randall, and McKenna Bartle. That ended up, being important for us because right there, instead of, going down 10 points to 4, we actually only went down 8 points to 6, so we were only down 2 points. So good for that B relay to come in and take third. The 200 free, well, it actually was even closer. We actually had a tie for first place. Maisie Jennison tied for first place. Had a great race, had her season best time there. And then Kira Bjork was fifth, had an awesome swim there. And Georgia Novak was sixth. So great to see Kira come in and do that. She's an eighth grader for us. She's starting to swim a little bit of varsity for us. Seeing some good improvements from Kira. Just awesome swim for her and excited to see her continue to improve. In the 200 individual medley, with Brooke out, we had Stella Shermer swim that for us. Stella had a great swim. The front half of that race was one of the best that I've seen her swim ever. She doesn't swim the 200 AM regularly, but she does have 4 good strokes. And it was a great first half for her in that race, and just solid all the way around. And again, good for her to get a win and get us some momentum there. Violet Anderson was third and Aubrey Randall fourth. And again, that's an event where we outscore them. And I think we were, moving up in the points right there. And that's what we needed to see. In the 50-yard freestyle, we also had 2 good swims there. Piper Vogt and Carmen Loxerkamp ended up first and second, respectively, and McKenna Bartle ended up fourth there for us. That was huge. I mean, we needed that, and that was a big momentum shift for us. And from there, we really didn't look back. McKenna Bartle continues to sprint for us very well, of course, as does Piper and Carmen. But McKenna has really come on in that 50-yard freestyle. It was an event that, she swam a lot of the 100 last year, and I kind of anticipated that's where she was going to be. But she's really made a case to swim that 50-yard freestyle, and just very pleased with that progress and the speed she's showing us right now. In 1 meter diving, our highest finisher, Abby Iden, was third. And then in fourth place was Serena Middendorf, and in fifth place, Nora Thompson. Good scores for the divers there tonight. And the 100 butterfly, Stella Shermers ends up with a first place swim there. Good swim for her. And Addie Bick, second place for us. And Violet Anderson, fourth. Again, another event where we outscore the Minnewaska Morris team. Just pleased with that. Stella, of course, swims that butterfly very fast and they had a good swim tonight. In the 100-yard freestyle, Olivia Marsh ends up second, Piper Vogt ends up third, and Carmen Loxerkamp fourth. So though we don't take the event win, we go 2, 3, 4, and that's awesome. You're going to outscore your opponent doing that. So we did end up outscoring them in that because of the second, third, fourth place finishes that we had. So good to see those sprinters swimming so well, and good to see the outcomes there for Olivia to take second place in that event. In the 500-yard freestyle, Maisie Jennison ends up with a first-place finish there. Had a good swim, had a great front half of her race, which is awesome. It's it's 10 laps essentially that they have to swim, and her first 5 were some of the fastest that she's done all year. And that's been a point that we've really tried to work with her. So good to see her do that. Georgia Novak third, and Brooke Larson fourth. in the 200 freestyle relay. We got a first and third finish there. In first place was the team of Addie Bick, Carmen Loxter-Camp, Maisie Jennison, and Stella Shermers. It was good to see Stella swim that the 200 free relay. She doesn't oftentimes get a chance to do that, but because of the lineup changes tonight, she did, and did very well. And in third place, the team of Livia Jennison, Georgia Novak, Brooke Larson, and Violet Anderson. In the 100-yard backstroke, Olivia Marsh comes out, swims very well, ends up getting the event win there. Stella oftentimes swims backstroke for us, but we know we have another great backstroker there with Olivia Marsh, and man, she showed it again tonight, finishing first place there. McKenna Bartle, again, continuing to impress, takes third there, and then Sylvie Shermers had an awesome race for us, went her best time of the year, ends up fourth place there. So again, good to see girls, jumping in, picking up the slack where they can and doing a great job. In the 100-yard breaststroke, Livia Jennison ends up in second place. Great to see her do that as an eighth grader and try to come in and fill the shoes for Brooke as she's out. Abby Iden ends up third, and her sister Liz ends up fifth. So again, to have swimmers 2, 3, 5, every one of them scoring points, awesome to see. And then in the 400 free relay, it's a first and third place finish for us there. So both relays scoring points for us. The first place team of Olivia Marsh, Maisie Jennison, Piper Vogt, and Stella Shermers. Stella really impressed that night, or last night, I should say. She had a great swim on the end of this relay, ended up going 56 for the first time all season. Just had an outstanding swim. The other girls did a great job, and I was pleased with that 3:56 time. I know we can be a little bit faster on that. It's hard to put all four of your best times out at the same night, but to see Piper and Maisie and what they've done on that relay, and even Olivia leading that off, that relay is going to have some fast times on it, especially if Stella goes 56 at the end again like she did. And then our third place finish, Addie Bick, Georgia Novak, Aubrey Randall, and McKenna Bartle. Again, those girls I thought did really well. We had everybody under 110, which is good for us on that relay. And again, happy to see those swims be what they were. We just finished a stretch of 3 meets in 6 days. So the girls were a little gassed at the end of the night, but I thought we saw some progress through this. It's good for them to get that kind of a test of competing at that level and maximum effort, like we said, in just, 3 times in a matter of 6 days. So it's awesome for the girls to do that. Sometimes I think competing like this is some of the best training you can do for the end of the season. We now have a week of training before we compete against Holdingford next Tuesday, which is also our senior night. And then we go to the Brainerd Invite that following weekend. We're going to see some great teams there, a lot of AA schools there at that meet. So we're excited to see how we stack up against some pretty big schools, and we'll see what we can do and how we can compete. But like I said, thought this stretch of meets was very good for us competition-wise, but also mentally as well, to be able to rise up to some big challenges and have some good competition.